Oh, I just found a notification on my smartwatch reminding me that it's time to drink water. And as you can see, I'm holding a smartphone and I have a smartwatch, and behind the camera are more than 5 digital devices. Truly and honestly, we are living in a digital world, and technology is transforming how we do everything. From dating, people are now dating and finding their soulmates online, to doing business. Technology is truly revolutionizing how we live our everyday life. We are exposed to even more risks online. Our personal data, sensitive personal data, is on the digital platform, and all someone needs is your email address and phone number, and they can get access to your bank accounts, they can get access to sensitive information. There are so many risks that arise online, and these risks are gendered.
Technology-facilitated gender-based violence is one of the growing challenges that we're seeing on the online platforms. TFGBV has been defined by UN Women as an act that is committed, assisted, aggravated, or amplified through the use of ICTs. It could be partly through the use of ICTs, or it could be fully through the use of ICTs. And ICTs basically means your telephone, the internet, the applications that you're using, or any other forms of ICTs that we see.
We can look at the different types of online gender-based violence, which include cyberbullying, whereby the victim is being intimidated online by the use of an electronic device. Also, there is the issue of hate speech, whereby different abuses and intimidation messages are sent to the victim. We also have the issue of impersonation, whereby the perpetrator uses a different name or a different identity in order to victimize the victim. Online GBV is very prevalent in Kenya, especially because of the penetration of the various internet infrastructure that we've had, also the mobile devices that we use. A recent study has shown that these online gender-based violence forms have actually gone into the university areas. You find university students are even facing things to do with the issue of impersonation, hate speech, and cyberbullying. KICTANet looked at a report last year, the previous year in 2023. The report is on unmasking trolls online, and we were able to distinguish and look at the different types and forms of online gender-based violence. It's 90% of the people who have witnessed online GBV in Kenya right now, and 35% have actually faced online gender-based violence. One of the things that we saw in the study was that what happens online eventually goes offline, and what can happen offline eventually comes online.
TFGBV will ensure that the victims either are thinking of harming themselves, so that would entail physical harm, or even the perpetrators then could actually be able to find the person who is their victim and actually harm them physically. So we have victims and survivors of TFGBV who experience psychological impact of this harm. The harms could be stress, the harms could be emotional withdrawal. We have suicidal ideations as well. The depression episodes and in terms of even people who are experiencing depression from experiencing these harms, are also increasing. As a victim or someone who's going through TFGBV, the first port of call is through the internet, through the applications that you're using. The first one would be reporting on those platforms that you have. If you go to your settings on an application, for instance, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or X, formerly Twitter, or even those dating applications that you're using, you can find ways of reporting in instances of TFGBV. You can also still report issues of TFGBV. We have the law enforcement. You could report to the police. The TFGBV is you're experiencing it, and it is involving your personal data. The best place to go would be the Office of the Data Protection Commissioner. Another way that people are also exploring as well is through civil litigation as well, where someone could file a suit in terms of defamation as well.
In recent studies and what we've discovered at KICTANet, we've been able to have different reporting mechanisms, including our OGBV tracker, where we are now tracking data, especially when it comes to the victims and the perpetrators, so that when we are reporting, especially to the big techs, which is Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Telegram, when we are reporting these cases, we have tangible data. There is the issue of digital literacy, whereby we as KICTANet have been educating, especially the victims of online gender-based violence, on how to report.
As KICTANet, we are doing a lot of training that is focusing on survivors and basically users of these platforms to teach them on how to identify and look for support as well. You're also looking at issues of policy advocacy in terms of how does policy address these issues in terms of mental health, in terms of the gaps in laws as well. One of the things that you also noted as you're doing the research is that a lot of TFGBV happens in local languages. So we have developed lexicons that addresses these issues. And of course, this will be used to escalate in terms of policy advocacy as well. So we are also doing research in terms of the curriculums for university students who are in law and media programs to learn about TFGBV as well. So we intend to ensure that law students and journalism students also learn about TFGBV, so that when they get out into the legal and into the journalism space, they are aware of these issues. They can report more with more empathy and with more professionalism. Other things that you're also doing at KICTANet include doing such an initiative of telling stories and documentaries, simplifying the very complex issue of TFGBV. As KICTANet, our commitment is to have a safer online platform. Safer online platforms are important for people to use those platforms for economic growth. Our call to action is to ensure that everyone is learning about TFGBV, its harms as well, and how to mitigate this.